Hi guys, welcome back. Here we are talking about stock photography and footage. This is a great way to make money selling your work online. I apologize for the lateness of this video. I only had this genius idea to do this today. So I am recording it today, editing, I'm going to get it out by tonight. I promise. I never did any of those scout things. In this new series, I'm going to talk about what you should be shooting each month. And remember that with stock photography, we're looking at, say, a 3-month lead up until clients are going to be needing the work. So you want to think 3 months in advance of all of the seasons and all of those little life moments like Valentine's Day, Christmas, Thanksgiving, back to school, all of these things. So December, obviously, the number one thing to shoot this month is Christmas. Designers have already been buying Christmas imagery, sorry to tell you, from September. So you've probably missed the boat on selling anything this year. But the nice thing about shooting your real authentic home family Christmas is that you get to shoot those real authentic moments taken on the actual day. And you might think, Jill, I don't have time to shoot Christmas as well. I'm way too busy this year. Relax, I got you. You don't need to edit these for months and months. Now, I'm not suggesting you put them on the back burner and then forget about them. That sounds like something I've done a few times. You don't have to edit them immediately. So this content won't really be useful until 2022. And so you've got some time to get things sorted. Now, as for shooting the actual Christmas event, it's really great to shoot things that are super Christmassy, but also try and keep in mind that maybe some of your imagery could be used for Thanksgiving or New Year's Eve or just generic birthday special event imagery. So you could take a lot of imagery that would be more evergreen in that it will last throughout the whole year and for many years to come. What to shoot? Christmas gifts. Anything that you have been given as a gift this Christmas can end up in a future stock shoot. The time to shoot those things is when they're clean and new, rather than 8 months down the track after you've been using them for a while. You can include these gifts in your lifestyle shoots, just have them in the background somewhere, or you can actually do a mini product shoot with them and see if you can use them some way as a stock photo or footage. Let's not forget the video people. Now, of course, this is true for all year long, not just Christmas, your birthday, your partner's birthday, your kids' birthdays. Anything you buy them can be used as a prop for your stock photos. Okay, number 2 thing for you to shoot this month is money, currency, finances. Call me crazy, but end of the year when we're all spending like mad, that's when we're thinking about money. Not to mention there's this inflation thing going on in the USA and the whole world has been on hold for 2 years. We're all a bit concerned about money, more so than usual. I don't know if you've noticed it, but it seems like everybody is talking about crypto. People are also talking about NFTs, but I've yet to meet anyone that actually understands how they work. But this concept of finances, money as a generic topic is massive. So when I talk about shooting money, I don't mean actually shooting actual cash money, although that's fine to do. But before we get into that idea, you need to know there are image restrictions when it comes to shooting money. Let's have a look. Adobe known image restrictions. I keep these bookmarked. So we're going to look for general. So here we go, currency. There are image restrictions for currencies around the world. It says partial. Paper money must not be reproduced in whole, but partial depictions less than 75% may be acceptable in some countries. So this is a good rule of thumb. You cannot have an entire flat bill as a stock photo. It'll be declined anyway, but just don't waste your time. Speaking from experience. All currency featuring the likeness of Queen Elizabeth II is unacceptable. So all of the pound notes, but apparently the coins are okay. This also includes Australian coins. So I have never been pulled up for the $5 Australian note, which does have Queenie on it, and her head's on the back of all of our coins. So I believe the coins are allowed, but not the notes. Now, this is ridiculous, I know, because if you're going to counterfeit money, wouldn't you just get an actual copy of the money and copy it straight from the money? I'm not an expert at this, but that's what I would do if I were going to be counterfeiting money. Also going to the Shutterstock known image restrictions under object and subjects. Banknotes and currency. Currency showing them is acceptable for commercial or editorial use as long as it's not visible in its entirety. So they don't give you a percentage here, but again, you need to make sure that, I would say, 75% was a nice safe amount to err on the side of. I've probably gotten away with a bit more than that, but in general, no. Canadian banknotes and coins are only acceptable for editorial use. That's very interesting. Pound sterling banknotes unacceptable for editorial use. However, pound sterling coins can be acceptable. So, rule of thumb, don't have the whole note showing if you're going to be shooting currency and monies. I often have to reshoot because we keep changing our money. So we switched over to plastic money like in the 90s, but we've since changed every note. So we've actually got new notes throughout the years. Every time they change a note, change the color or whatever, I reshoot so that I've got the latest money in a stock photo. So like every single topic that we shoot, I have this concept of shooting through and around the concept. And so you're not just shooting money, but money as an entire story. How do we use money? So you might think about at the shops is an obvious place where we use money, supermarket, cafes, buying things. In that case, we don't usually use cash, paper, plastic money. We use a bank card or even our phones to go tap tap. So those are other concepts that you could be shooting as well. Of course, money as a technology, crypto, this is a little bit more abstract and a bit more interesting. I do know people that actually bought those little fake Bitcoins that they sell them on Amazon. Do your research, find a gap, and see if you can come up with a concept that's going to speak to people. And lastly, I guess I'd think about the things that money can buy, which for me would be concepts of freedom and time. And what does that look like as an abstract concept? And how can you portray that in your photography, in your illustrations, or in your video footage? So here's another little tip for inspo. You're on YouTube already. Please wait, but you could jump to some other channels that talk about making money and financial success and how to invest in financial freedom. See what are the more popular ones, see what the buzzwords are, see who's talking about what. There's a lot of talk about investing in gold and silver as well. So there's a lot of concepts just floating around out there if you just do a little bit of research, as we talked about in video number 2. And again, I know I'm saying research, but that's really what this is all about. You can't just go and shoot a crumpled up dollar bill on a plain background and expect that to be a top seller. There's probably millions of them. So come up with some new ideas. I have to lecture myself often about this. I'm never one to describe myself as an artiste. Okay, and number 3 is fitness and health. I know it's a cliche. New Year's Eve, New Year's resolutions, always are health and fitness. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to walk every day. I'm going to quit drinking. My finances. You get the point. So, fitness and health are massive subjects, evergreen subjects, but sell very, very well. Right after Christmas, that's when they start selling. Okay, I think 1, 2, 3 is enough just to give you 3 things to shoot every single month. Obviously, it's not homework. You don't have to do it. Just trying to give you some ideas. Thanks for listening. Back to work.